It's 11:52 p.m. You're lying in bed, phone 6 inches from your face, thumb moving on autopilot. Tick-tock. You weren't even looking for anything. You were just checking your friend's story, the one from the birthday thing last weekend. Fine. Normal. Healthy even. Then the algorithm slides in a video of a guy falling off a treadmill, and, okay, that's genuinely funny. You watch it twice. Thumb keeps moving. Nothing serious happening here, you're just passing time. Then the fourth video loads. A girl on a beach, back to the camera, bikini, golden hour lighting, doing exactly what golden hour lighting is paid to do. You pause, not a big pause, a small one, the kind you don't even register as a decision. And then, and this is the part nobody admits out loud, you tap the profile. And every single photo is some variation of that same shot. And you keep scrolling through it anyway. Something shifts, small, but real. A little internal dial just clicked one notch to the right. What used to be enough 30 seconds ago suddenly feels a little flat, a little low definition. So the thumb keeps moving, except now it's not looking for funny videos anymore. It's looking for more of that. And that specific itch, TikTok, bless its heart, was never built to fully scratch. So you open a new tab, and you already know which one. 3 seconds later, you swear the oath. A sacred, solemn, deeply spiritual vow. Never again. The oath's shelf life? About 3 seconds. Shorter than the TikTok that started this whole thing. And right after you close that incognito tab, trench coat off, sunglasses off, there's this void. A weird, hollow static in your chest. Not guilt exactly. More like emotional Wi-Fi buffering. Here's the twist nobody tells you. None of that. Not the TikTok scroll, not the pause on the fourth video, not the tab you opened after. Was really about attraction. It was about a dopamine curve that had already started climbing before you even knew it, and a brain doing exactly what it's designed to do when it senses a bigger stimulus is on the table. This isn't about being weak or hypersexual or morally bankrupt. What's actually happening is a covert emotional regulation loop, running quietly in the background of your brain, like an app you forgot to close, that's been building momentum since the moment you opened TikTok in the first place. So today, we're doing something your brain has never done during this entire chain of events, paying full, undivided attention to it. Let's rewind about 300,000 years. Your brain was built for a world with berries, predators, and mating opportunities that required, at minimum, direct eye contact, and probably surviving a fight with a wolf first. Now it's getting fed something scientists call a supernormal stimulus. A signal so exaggerated, so hyper-concentrated, that it hijacks reward circuits built for a much slower, much dumber world. Classic ethology, actually. Birds will incubate a giant fake egg over their own real ones, because bigger and shinier wins, biologically, every single time. Your dopamine system runs the exact same rigged contest, except your fake egg has 4G. And this is where most people get the neuroscience wrong. Dopamine isn't the pleasure chemical, it's the anticipation chemical. There's a difference between liking something, actual enjoyment, and wanting it. The itch, the chase, the compulsive scroll. Notice that in the scenario we just walked through, the scrolling itself didn't feel like pleasure. It felt like searching. Your brain gets stuck maximizing, wanting, while liking quietly checks out of the building. You're not chasing pleasure anymore. You're chasing the chase, which is why just one more tab never actually satisfies anything. The reward system isn't built to be fulfilled. It's built to be fed indefinitely, like a very needy houseplant with Wi-Fi access. So let's open the hood. There are 3 specific psychological mechanisms running this show. Mechanic overalls not included. Mechanism 1, the emotional anesthetic. Stress, boredom, and loneliness are uncomfortable feelings, and your brain, ever the overachiever, found the fastest anesthetic in the pharmacy. A rapid-release dose of dopamine that doesn't require a prescription, an appointment, or a conversation with another human being. It's not that you specifically wanted that content. You wanted the discomfort gone, whatever discomfort that was. A bad day, a boring lecture, a text you're avoiding replying to. It just happens to be the vending machine that's open 24/7, no coins required. Mechanism 2. The frictionless escape. Real human connection is expensive. It costs vulnerability, timing, rejection risk, and the horror of texting first and staring at 3 dots that appear and then disappear. Your brain, being fundamentally efficient, will always default to the path of least biological resistance. And a screen offers 0 risk, 0 waiting, 0, did they read my message and not respond? It's not romance. It's a cheat code with no boss fight. And also, conveniently, no princess at the end. Just you, a glowing rectangle, and a Wi-Fi router that has seen things. Mechanism 3. The novelty trap. Neuroscience nerds call this the Coolidge effect. It's the well-documented tendency for novelty to reignite a fading dopamine response, which, if you think back to that 4th TikTok video, is exactly what happened. Same scrolling behavior, brand new stimulus, and suddenly the system's fully interested again. Except every hit of novelty subtly resets your baseline. It's called habituation. Your brain down-regulates its own receptors, so the same stimulus produces less effect over time. So the algorithm in your own reward system has to escalate just to produce the same emotional flatline it gave you last week. Your brain isn't broken. It's just running the exact update it was designed to run, over and over, like clockwork with a concerning amount of free time. Now here's the part that actually keeps the whole loop alive, the guilt afterward. You'd think shame would be the deterrent, right? The moral speed bump that finally stops the car before it happens again. Except shame is stress. And stress is the exact emotional state that started this entire chain. The boredom, the low mood, the mindless scroll that opened the door in the first place. So instead of breaking the cycle, guilt just quietly refuels it. Neuroscientists call the intensified urge that follows a slip the chaser effect, one small crack in the dam, and suddenly the whole reservoir wants out, usually around midnight, usually while you're already lying in bed. And this is where sheer willpower quietly fails, because you're not fighting a discipline problem. You're arm wrestling a stress response system that has been in training since infancy, and it has way more reps in than you do. The actual leverage isn't try harder or delete TikTok out of spite. It's getting curious, auditing what emotional itch you were actually trying to scratch before you even picked up the phone. Were you bored? Avoiding something? Just lonely at 11 p.m. with nobody to text? That question, asked honestly, does more work than any amount of white-knuckle willpower ever will. Which brings us to the actual twist of this whole video. You were never weak-willed. You were just using the wrong tool for a very real problem. A sledgehammer, when what you actually needed was a conversation, a walk, a nap, or somebody to just ask how your day went. Your brain wasn't malfunctioning at any point in that TikTok to incognito pipeline. It was solving the wrong equation efficiently using the fastest tool on the shelf. Just not the right one. So, no, this isn't the just delete the app video. That's a band-aid on a system that's actively working exactly as designed. If you want the actual blueprint, how to rewire this loop without throwing your phone into the ocean and moving into a cave, drop it in the comments and I'll make part 2. Until then, hit subscribe, it's free, and unlike some things we discussed today, it comes with 0 shame spiral. See you in the next one.